Well, hello there, Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. My name is Iris, and I am here to do your July 2019 spiritual guidance readings. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are just stopping in, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, I welcome you too. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your time with me. I hope the messages in this reading are helpful to you and for you as you move through your July. So I have pre-shuffled and premeditated on your cards, and to give you the information that you need to hear today at this particular time that is for your highest good on your highest path. And so we'll just wait for these cards to come out. See, here's another one. So I'm going to wait for all of the cards to come out, and then I will show you what the cards are, and we'll put the whole story together. So the first cards that you have coming out is the Eight of Spring, and then you have the Release, which is all about letting go, and then the Five of Summer, which is about releasing negative emotions. And interestingly enough, you have the Release card right next to it. And then out, you have the Emperor and the Two of Autumn. So if you are new to my readings, you will know that, or you will not know, or I'm going to share with you. If you're new to my readings, let's start that again. I read my cards intuitively. So I'm looking at the pictures on the cards that are forming a story based on all of the cards that are coming out in the spread, instead of reading them traditional tarot wise. So that's a lot, and we just got two more cards to come out, and then we can put this whole story together. Oh, that's too many. And then we can put this whole story together for you for the month of July. So two more cards. Wonderful. And one more card is waiting to come out here for you. There it is right there. Okay, so here we go. Let's put this all together for you. So you have the, some cards out of the way. Okay, so you have the Eight of Spring. And this Eight of Spring, when I look at this card, I see somebody that is really trying to juggle a lot of things in their lives and trying to keep things up in the air. And sometimes, you know, with the Release card being right next to it here, the Release card is about letting go of all of the things that you're juggling and trying to keep afloat. Like sometimes when you're in this place where you've got all of this stuff and you're reaching up and you're just trying to keep it all up in the air, it's really exhausting, and it actually stops you from moving forward. But a lot of people get stuck in that fear of, well, if I let go of that thing, then everything is going to fall apart because I am the glue that keeps everything together. But what ends up happening is that you accumulate all of this negative emotion and this built up resentment, and that's kind of what I'm feeling, because right next to it, like I said, you have the Release card, and this is about releasing things that just aren't working for you anymore, letting go of control, and just giving some of the responsibility, the burden of responsibility, to somebody else. And right next to it is the Five of Summer, and this Five of Summer is, you know, it's almost like she's looking behind her and wanting to move this way, but looking behind her this way. And this again is that, you know, trusting that when you let things go from your life, it serves you and it also serves other people in their lives, right? Like everything in our lives happens for a reason. I believe everything in our life happens for a reason. And sometimes we hang on so tightly to things, wanting things to be different, yet wanting things to remain the same. So if you have been that person that is just trying to have control, I'm just going to turn my music down just a little bit because it seems to be distracting me just that little bit. If you've been that person that has had all of the balls in the air and just trying to, wanting to make change, but afraid to make change because what's going to happen if you aren't the one in control of everything? What's going to happen if I decide to do something different, if I decide to let go, if I decide to move on, if I decide to leave that job, or how will the company survive without me, or if I decide to leave that relationship, whatever it happens to be for you. Sometimes the choices and decisions that we have to make, they're not always easy, but when we do what is for our highest good, and this is a tough pill to swallow, it is also good for the other people involved, even though sometimes there's pain associated. But as you move into the middle of your reading, we have the Emperor. And the Emperor, I love this card because not only is it the Emperor, with that energy of being able to use, logic and thinking things through and creating a plan for yourself, Capricorn. It's the balancing, with the heart and the head, because I feel that there's a lot of emotion in what it is that's going on here. And so the Emperor, with this energy, you have the ability to logically, have some thought out plan, and coming from a place of love and compassion as you move through this as well. And you have what you need. Like these two cards are very similar in that they talk about, multitasking. They talk about, having a lot of balls in the air, managing a lot of responsibility. And you have that skill and ability and talent. I just get the feeling with this card and with the Chariot here, you've been hanging on to something that needs to be let go of, and so that you can fully express what your true talent is and finally get forward movement, because this Chariot in this position here is about that forward movement. But there's some things like I feel that you have been really worrying about some things in your life and really focusing a lot of your attention on the things, what will happen, the what if scenario, what will happen if. But like I said, you're very talented in something. You're at very best, very talented at managing everything in your life and keeping all of the pieces in place. But the keeping all of the pieces in place is not bringing you happiness and fulfillment. And sometimes we just have to trust that other people, if we let go of something, that other people will then be given the opportunity to step in and fill that space. And that in turn makes them feel good and makes them feel valued. And then you have this Chariot right next to it, which is that forward movement. And not only just forward movement in how you feel about yourself, but forward movement and in the relationships that you have. And again, this could be a business relationship, it could be a friendship relationship, it could be a romantic relationship, whatever that is for you. And so then at the bottom of your reading for your guidance, you have the Two of Summer, which is about love. And I always say that the more love we have for ourselves, the more love we have to give to other people. And this card really is a reminder of, you have to nurture yourself and take care of yourself first. You can't be the best version of yourself if you're giving so much of yourself. And this all falls underneath this very first card that came out for you, and trying to keep all of the pieces of the puzzle in place all by yourself and doing everything and And, you know, that does not make you fall in love with yourself. And for some of you, this is going to be in a relationship, because when we take on that role of being the everything for everybody, we forget that we are somebody for ourselves and that we have to take care of ourselves. And what happens is there's a lot of resentment that builds up as a part of that process. So when we put the focus back on ourselves, and I know some people think that that's a really selfish thing to do, but it's the most unselfish thing that you can do for yourself, because when you feel good from the inside out and you take care of what your needs are first, you then have more to give to other people, the people in your life, even to your work, even to your friends, all of those types of things, those relationships. So when your cup is full, what is overflowing on the outside is what you have available to give other people. And so it's really important that you are always feeling your best, because then you have more to give other people. And for this reading, I feel strongly that this really has a lot to do with you and the perception that you have about what it is that you need to control in order for things in your life to go well. Because right next to it is the 9 of Spring, which is protecting what you've created, but it's safe to let a little bit of that control go so that you have forward movement. And then right next to it is my decision card, right? Do I choose this one or do I choose this one? If this is a relationship, do I stay or do I go? Do I let go of control of that one thing that I think that had to be all about, you know, what that person isn't doing, because they're not doing it, I need to be responsible for that? And this card is like, really, it's no, it's this release here. It's no, you don't. You don't need to be the controller of everything. And I think that this reading really is speaking about control and the unhappiness that it's causing you. So your guidance is basically, this is pick your battles, number one, because not every battle is worth fighting. And with this card here, this love card, and the possibility that, you know, if this is a relationship for you, the possibility that there is hope for this relationship, but the hope is going to start from the inside out. It's going to start with you, and all you need to do is just choose what's really important to you and what can you release, right? Because there's so much there, I see so much worry and so much trying to keep everything organized, and there's not a lot of forward movement, but their forward movement is wanting to come in for you. But it's based on, and I'm just feeling this like a big deep breath in and a deep exhale out, that you're not going to lose everything if you let go of something. And whatever you decide to let go of, it's okay. You know, you can choose one or the other. It's okay. Everything is going to be fine. And really, with the focus being on taking care of yourself, letting go of negative beliefs, letting go of the need to control things, everything in your life. It allows you to come from a place of compassion and understanding. Not that you're not a compassionate and understanding person, because you're actually a super compassionate and understanding and caring person. But you've also, I'm feeling from these cards here, is you're a little bit stuck and you're wondering how to move forward out of it. And so the encouragement here is to just allow yourself to let go, and that trust that things happen for a reason. And sometimes when we let go, it allows other people to step in and contribute more to our life. Yeah. Okay, so this next card that I pulled here is from the Oracle of Visions, Ciro Marchetti, brand new deck that I've started working with. Love the card. It's kind of old Victorian steampunk kind of feel. So not me personally, but the imagery and the messages that I get from the card are just, they're just amazing. And so you have the 18 card, and this speaks of nurturing and caring and love and the sun, the moon, the stars. And I think that when I look at this card, I just see that how deeply caring, something in this situation you deeply care about, but you're also worrying a lot and you want to protect, just like that mother is protecting this baby. You want the sun, the moon, and the stars for whatever this situation is, and you also want to protect it. But sometimes the protection means that we also have to let go a little bit and loosen the reins on what we think things should be like, and just allow ourselves to become a little bit more expanded. You know, it's like a little person who loves a kitten so much, and they just squeeze the life out of it, figuratively, not literally, right? But they just love it so much that they just want to hold on to it, and they want to keep it for themselves. In this reading here, I feel like the stagnation, I feel that that's what's going on here. You love it so much that you just want to squeeze it to death and protect it and to keep it safe. But just know, when you loosen the reins a little bit, you know, she's holding the child, but not, you know, choking the life out of it. And that whatever the situation is for you, just release the hold a little bit, and you will have forward movement. You will have more of the sun, moon, and the stars that are depicted right there as well. So that's what I have for you for the month of July, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. If it did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Leave a comment below, and if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can see all of the details and information below this video. I'm sending you a ton of love and a ton of blessings, and wishing you the happiest July. Bye for now.